Many of you have been asking yourself this question for many years. I will try to tell you a story about independent Ukraine and also about my life. Both of us were born in 1991. A short prequel, 1986, Chernobyl nuclear power exploded. 1991, Soviet Union collapsed and I actually was born. 90s, hard times of birth of Ukraine. Our family was living for $10 per week. 2008, first revolution in Ukraine. 2014, second revolution and the first part of the war. 2019, coronavirus. 2022, the war has started. After the 24th of February 2022, my life was never back the same. We left our house during the first 24 hours. I put my kid, dog, cat, wife in a car and we left Kyiv, our home city. The routine has changed. Normal things were gone. Instead of that, stress, fear, missile strikes appeared. It didn't happen only in the east or in the south of Ukraine. All of the cities were under the pressure. East and west experienced hard times. And that actually gave me a thought that not only the east of Ukraine needs a new future, all of our cities need to have another point of view. Otherwise, another major event will happen in 3-4 years. Do we want this future? No, actually we don't. That's why we should do something differently. And that's how, after a few days of war, Restart Ukraine has formed. Restart Ukraine is an NGO and at the same time a project where we collected different individuals from different backgrounds working on reimagining the future of Ukrainian cities. We understand the amount of problems is complex and huge. However, we try to focus and narrow down our search in 9 thematic clusters. Going through data collection and understanding what exact problem do we have helps us to answer the next questions of bringing 14 million people back home, cleaning the country, the debris, lowering down the environmental impact. We try to predict and look in the future, not rebuilding as of 23rd of February. We want to remember the pre-war, the war, and the future in our cities. We want to address the urban planning aspects of our cities, transforming them from car-oriented, from centralized, we inherited from the Soviet times, into a modern, comfortable, resilient and safe cities. And for that we of course need money, for that we of course need participation, for that we of course need a massive development and building. What lies in the middle of this process? A human-centered process allows us to create a new approach which never existed before in such big scale. What we aim to achieve in our project. Right now we have a very short horizon of planning. We don't know what will happen to us at the end of the week or in a fortnight. However, in this part of Restart Ukraine, we aim to create an open source platform with data collected on 9 thematic clusters. So key stakeholders can have access to that and plug in, not doubling each other in their work and benefiting the entire process. We want to build a renewal strategy for a municipality or for a city so they can apply it to their home land and to reinvent their rethinking rebirth trajectory, considering the general macro level of the country, of the Europe, of the world. And of course, we want to showcase one of the selected Ukrainian cities as a pilot project. Given an example, how can it work differently? Basically, what we do is we're creating a global urban lab in Ukraine, a place where changes can happen quicker, more effective, more visible, and you can be part of it. Because it's not about only Ukraine, it's about all the world and New Dorm. What we do now is we're collecting like-minded people around the same idea, collecting and gathering from one side funding for our work, from the other side partners together with whom we can actually reach much more than alone. And we look for niche experts who make the difference in specific fields. This allows us to create a professional ecosystem which we can plug in the Ukrainian transformation process on the governmental level, on the level of the municipalities, on the level of bottom-up organizations. And it's not only about Ukraine, it's basically about two sides game. It's about win-win principle. Allocating time, allocating resources, allocating your attention to Ukraine will actually allow you to save time, to have new experience, know-how about rebuilding your cities in the future. Right now in Ukraine, the flexibility is so high, which cannot be reached right now in EU. So the changes can be seen quicker, and you already know what works and what doesn't. My personal point of view, Ukraine is the youth of European Union which was forgotten. The processes are dynamic. The environment is vibrant. However, the war is going on. We are sharp as a razor and patient to get the final victory at the end. We are not a troublemaker. We are a creative disruptor. It's in our blood. We cannot change ourselves. And it is basically our nature. My name is Alexander Shevchenko. I work for the project called Restart Ukraine. I am an urban planner, and I'm here online presenting you our Ukrainian project for the Creative Bureaucracy Festival. What's wrong with Ukraine? Actually, everything is fine. We are doing our job.